Okay, sad reads. Here we go. That one's not really sad enough. I'm looking for something sad. Ooh, yeah, this one's pretty sad, but I already read this, so. This one I have heard is pretty sad. This might be the one.
This book is so sad. You're gonna need more tissues.
Thanks. Well, I guess that's the one. Oh, yeah, today's video is going to be all about books that tug at your heartstrings, make you emotional, and make you want to cry. I'm not crying, you're crying. Hello everyone, and welcome to another Book Talk with Talia. Now, before I get into the tearjerkers and the books that make you want to cry, I just wanted to remind you to subscribe to the Shelf Stuff channel. It'll be somewhere over here if you haven't already, so you don't miss any of these videos or any of the other cool content that we have coming up. And with that said, let's get right into the video. One book that will definitely tug at the heartstrings is Mascot by Anthony John. In this book, 7th grader Noah has been stuck, partially paralyzed in a wheelchair for months. Noah was in an accident with his father that actually ended tragically because his father didn't survive. Ever since then, Noah's life hasn't been going anywhere near the way he expected it to. Before the accident, Noah was a baseball player, and now no one really looks at him that way anymore. Noah feels like everyone just thinks he's helpless. Noah's been trying to get into his physical therapy, but he just doesn't seem to be into it. It just feels hopeless. As if all of this wasn't enough, now Noah's mom is dating again, and it seems like his friends are kind of moving on from everything too. Noah realizes he has to completely face his fears about the future. If he doesn't, he's just gonna be stuck where he is right now, and he hates where he is right now. Noah just wants to go back to the personality and the happiness that he once had, even if he's paralyzed now and he can't be the exact same person that he used to. I don't really think I have to describe exactly why this book can hit you so hard, just because the summary alone does that and you can understand why this book can make you sad, but it's just such a reminder that life goes on. No matter what, you just have to fight for what you deserve and what you want in your life, and life will continue to move forward. And that was Mascot by Anthony John. One book that will make you tear up quite a bit is Saving Winslow by Sharon Creech. And I am a huge Sharon Creech fan, so I'm a little biased, but trust me, this book definitely belongs on the list all on its own. In this book, our main character, Louis, has been given yet another orphan animal from his Uncle Pete. Louis has never had the best of luck taking care of the orphan animals that his uncle gives him, but when he sees this little baby mini donkey, he just falls in love. But this time, it's even worse because all of Louis's family and friends say that the little baby mini donkey won't survive. The donkey is so sick that everyone tells Louis he shouldn't even bother getting attached. But for some reason, Louis believes that this little donkey is a fighter, and he names him Winslow and decides that he is going to do everything he can to help him survive. Somehow, helping Winslow survive also reminds Louis of his older brother who's in the army. It's like this weird connection that he has to his brother that he really misses. So there's a lot to unpack here. We have a sick baby animal, Louis really missing his brother a lot, and his friend Nora, who's gone through some losses recently and is trying to deal with all of that. But it's understood that together, everyone has a better chance of making it than they do apart. I think it's a great message to send that you all need to just work together to get through things, because sometimes you can't do it alone. And if you like sweet baby animals and you want to see what happens to Winslow, you should definitely pick this one up. And that was Saving Winslow by Sharon Creech. One book that'll have you reaching for the Kleenex is Where the Watermelons Grow by Cindy Baldwin. Now, this book follows the life of 12-year-old Della, who lives on a farm in North Carolina, and for the most part, has a pretty good life. Her best friend Arden, that she's known forever, lives really close nearby, and she lives in her house with her mom, dad, and her baby sister, who she also loves. So even though life on the farm can sometimes have complications, Della's pretty happy. Unfortunately, there is one hiccup to Della's happy life. Della's mother has, in the past, struggled with mental illness. She's okay right now, but Della's always a little worried that her mom's going to have some problems again. And one day, Della wakes up in the middle of the night to go get a glass of water from the kitchen, no problem, and she sees her mom doing something kind of strange. She's picking out the watermelon seeds from a watermelon and talking to people that aren't in the room. Of course, now Della is terrified that her mom might be sick again, and last time her mom was this sick, she had to go to the hospital and leave the family, and Della does not want that to happen again. Della knows that her dad is also struggling to take care of the farm, so she doesn't want to freak him out with everything that she saw. So Della hatches a plan to heal her mother for good so that she'll never have to leave again. She decides to get a jar of the Bee Lady's magic honey. The Bee Lady's honey has fixed the problems of her family and the town's for generations. Della is convinced that if she gets this honey, she might be able to help her mom for good. But of course, everyone knows that magical honey can't really fix everything. So Della is going to have to realize that maybe accepting her mom as she is all that she needs to do. And they can still be a family even if her mom has some problems and health issues. Della needs to realize that she doesn't need to change her mom to still love her and be a family. Sometimes you just have to take what life gives you and work with it the best way you can, and I think that that's something Della is definitely going to learn in this book. And that was Where the Watermelons Grow by Cindy Baldwin. One book that definitely got me to tear up a little bit is Dennis Ever After by Tony Abbott. Now, this book will definitely make you feel the feelings, but let's get right into it. So, Dennis Egan died when he was 7 years old under some strange and mysterious circumstances. It's been 5 years since Dennis died, and life in the afterlife isn't really that bad. Dennis doesn't remember anything that happened when he died because as soon as he got into the afterlife, his memory just started to go. Dennis is okay forgetting things because he knows that it's just going to help him move on when the time is right. But something else is keeping Dennis from moving on too. His twin brother Matt, who's still alive and now 12 years old, has been looking into Dennis's death lately, and Dennis can't escape it. Dennis's twin brother Matt is convinced that he needs to be the one to find out what happened to Dennis. When Dennis died, they were both 7, so Matt didn't really find out exactly what happened. He just knew that something bad happened to his brother. And now that he's older, he thinks that he can finally be the one to open up the case again and figure out the truth. Dennis decides that he's going to haunt Matt and team up with him to help figure out why he died and what happened, and maybe even help the family because their parents really haven't been doing well since Dennis died. Once they're looking into the case, it all just becomes so painful, and Dennis and Matt have to realize that what's more important, figuring out what happened to Dennis or just moving on and trying to continue their lives. This book is just a good book overall, but the relationships in Dennis and Matt's family and how their parents are still struggling 5 years after the death, it just really hits you hard. It's a roller coaster ride of emotions reading this, and you should definitely check it out. And that was Dennis Ever After by Tony Abbott. One book that really tackles a tough topic is Echo's Sister by Paul Mosier. This book starts off with 7th grader Elle having basically the best first day of school ever. Elle is convinced that life is going to be good this year, and nothing's going to change that. But, and this is the biggest but ever, when Elle gets home, her dad drops a bombshell on her. Elle's 6-year-old sister, Echo, has been diagnosed with a rare form of cancer. Now, Elle's family has to deal with Echo having cancer. Elle's 7th grade perfect year is not anything like she thinks it's going to be, and they're running out of time and money. Elle just feels completely lost, powerless, and scared. Her community is behind Echo and her treatment 100%, but it's not always enough. Elle wants to be her own person, but right now she's basically just Echo's sister. And she's not mad about that, it's just hard to come to terms with. Elle really just wants to know that everything's going to end up okay, which is impossible to know in a situation like this. Now, the author actually experienced a loved one in his life having cancer, so the writing felt real here and just raw. It really opened my eyes and my heart to how much a family has to deal with when a loved one is diagnosed with cancer. And that was Echo's Sister by Paul Mosier. And those are all of the heart-wrenching, sad, make you want to cry books that I have for you today. But as always, if you have any books that have made you cry before that you want to let me know about it, put it down in the comments section down below. Do not forget to subscribe to Shelf Stuff so you don't miss a single book talk with Talia. And don't forget to also like this video so that I know that you liked it. I'll see you guys next time. Thanks for watching. Bye!